Thousands of people all around the country are praying for revival and spiritual awakening in America. After all, a mighty spiritual revolution of the Holy Spirit is our nation's only hope of survival. And when it comes, it will be unmistakable because of its speed, scope, and supernatural quality. First of all, let's talk about the speed of change in a real revival. Del Fahsenfeld Jr., founder of the revival organization Life Action Ministries, used to say, God will accomplish more in 5 minutes of real revival than we could do in 50 years on our own human effort. You see, when Christ shows up in revival, dramatic changes begin to happen at a rapid pace. For instance, the prayer revival of the late 1850s began with just 6 men meeting at a downtown New York City church for a weekly noontime prayer meeting. The first week there were just 6. The second week 20 showed up. The third week there were 40. And by the fourth week, the desire to pray was so powerful that it was decided to hold daily prayer gatherings. Within weeks, many churches in New York City were overflowing with thousands of people turning out daily to cry out to God in prayer. At the peak of that revival that followed, 50,000 people a week were being converted, and by the end of the awakening, just over a year later, over 1 million people had trusted Christ for salvation. Beginning in 1904, the Welsh revival saw over 150,000 people converted and added to the churches and chapels in Wales in less than 2 years. The same kinds of dramatic and humanly unexplainable results are seen whenever God manifests himself in revival. Won't you pray that God will do it again in our day?